Welcome back. It's another 3PR video podcast series. Today we're going to talk about a P or a position. And the position we're going to talk about is the position of your ribs and the position of your spine. The purpose of this whole series is to look at positions and how it's related to postures and patterns, and how we use those positions and patterns to dictate treatment through repositioning activities. Today I just really want to go over a position issue that kind of links rib position, spine position, and air mobility. So this isn't really a PRI discussion about patterns and specifics. It's just kind of a general outline of how we can look at it and provide a framework of how rib, spine, and air are all associated with each other. So when I explain this to my patients, I've come up with something I call the triangle of destiny. It's something I made up. It's a Torin thing. It's not a well-known thing. My patients know it because I've talked to them about it, and I'll say, hey, have you heard about the triangle of destiny? And they'll say, yeah, I got it. You told me about that. I said, or no. Don't go Googling. If you do, you'll find some Sesame Street video, which is not me. But anyway, what it does is it helps us describe the relationship between air, ribs, and spine. And it really gives us a framework of how we can look at those issues when we start to put patterns and postures on top of it to help us with treatment. But I want to make sure we get a good understanding of that relationship. So this is kind of what I've come up with, is this triangle. And what it says is the way that you breathe, when you move air in or out, which is your two choices, you're either in or out or you're dead, it has an impact on your ribs. When you breathe in, your ribs go up. When you blow air out, your ribs go down. And I know that there's more specifics to that, whether you're hinging or flex, and those other things. This is just a general conceptual issue, up and down. We're making it simple. Which means when your ribs go up, air should come in, and when your ribs go down, air should come out. So those two things have a relationship with each other. Your spine has a relationship with your ribs. When you extend your spine, when you back bend your spine, your ribs go up. And when you flex your spine around your spine, your ribs go down. So those two things have an impact with each other, which means there's an impact or a relationship between airflow and your spine. So an extended spine is in a more of a state where air can come in. A flexed spine is more a relationship where air can come out. So we have these three things. And what this allows us to do is to say, hey, if I've got an issue with any one of those things, for example, I have a spine that tends to be too extended, which is a pattern that we can talk about. For PRI people, it's a PEC pattern. We got three things that we would look at to try to reduce an extended spine. We want to flex the spine with ribs moving down and air coming out. So you might get an exercise where you're doing a rounded spine exhalation activity, maybe with a balloon or without a balloon. Very common activity. So anything that we look at, whatever the pattern is that we have, we can now kind of use this triangle to kind of come up with why we're doing an exercise that we're doing. So it's just a really good framework, and there's more that I want to add to this as we move along that can kind of relate to other things that are PRI related and not PRI related, and we'll talk about those at further videos. But for now, get a good understanding of the triangle of destiny, and that'll help guide treatment and guide other things that we do along the way. If you have questions, contact me, send me an email, leave a comment, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Appreciate you listening. Have a great day.